Hi all, this is Vishnu here with the continuation of the introduction to the mainframes. In this session, we will be seeing what are all the technical skills which are required for learning the mainframe. So here, before entering into the technical skills, first we need to have the mainframe access, and for that we need to connect our PC to the mainframe. So how do we are going to connect our PC to the mainframe system? We need to install emulated software on the PC which creates the mainframe environment first. And secondly, by specifying the IP address of the mainframe system and through internet, we can connect to the mainframe system. And thirdly, the very important thing, we need to have an emulator. We have different emulators available in the market. So you can get any of the emulator. You can get Ramba or Hummingbird, Extra, QWS, Fire, Vista, or Mucha. Vista is the emulator which I'll be using. So this is also available online. You can search for Vista emulator and you can download it and you can run it. But before that, you need to have the emulation software which creates the mainframe environment. So this is the prerequisite. First, we need to have the access to the mainframe. Then only we can learn the skills which are there for mainframe. And after that, we have one more important thing which we need to keep. There's a security feature which is known as RACF. So RACF is a security feature which is very, very important, which is there in the mainframe. So it is a feature in mainframe which controls the resource access. And the resources can be a user ID or DB2 table or a file or application or any other data. Through RACF, the system administrator provides a control access on data to users. The user ID used to log on to the mainframe is called RACF ID or mainframe ID or TSO ID or user ID. So along with that, we will be having the password as well. So in order to log into the mainframe, you need to have the user ID as well as the password, which are controlled by RACF, which is Resource Access Control Facility. And the next thing which we will be discussing is TSO, time sharing option. TSO in the sense time sharing option. As many users are working simultaneously on the same server, the time of the server will be shared among the users. Say 100 users are using the mainframe, the same server. So 100th second of the time will be given to one user. That means in a second, all the 100 users can have this access to the server. And then the next second, the cycle repeats. So like that, by time sharing option, multiple users can access the mainframes simultaneously. So we need to be very clear with the time sharing option and RACF. So very important for mainframe. Next, coming to the technical skills which are required for mainframe to learn the mainframe. So we need to learn the scripting language. We need to learn the programming language. We need to have a database and also a file system. And also we need to have the online system, OLTP. So for this, for scripting language, we are using JCL, which is a job control language, which is used for compilation and execution of the batch. And the next one is the programming language. JCL is a scripting language, which is a job control language. It's a scripting language. It acts as an interface between the programming language to the JetBrains OS. So the OS which we'll be using is the JetBrains OS. Fine. Now coming to the programming language, we can run almost all the programming languages on the mainframe because mainframe supports those as well. as Linux. So it can support C language, Unix, Linux, or even C++, Java, almost all the languages it supports. So, but here we are going with the COBOL language. So COBOL is a programming language, and the full form of the COBOL is Common Business Oriented Language. It's a programming language. Now coming to the database, we'll be using DB2. There is some other database also like MSDB, but here we'll be learning DB2, which is database 2. And files, for files we'll be using vSAM, which is virtual storage access method, where we can store bulk amount of data. So it's virtual storage access method. Okay. So this is used in the file concepts. Now coming to the online processing. So for that we'll be using KICS. KICS in the sense customer information control system. It is the online processing system, OLTP, which is used in mainframes. So KICS is for the front end and JCL is for the back end. So we have batch processing and also online processing as well. So these are the technical skills which we need to learn the mainframe. Let us see JCL as the very first scripting language in the next upcoming session. Thank you.